So, we have this second specification, which asks us to state the word equation for anaerobic respiration in humans, which is also called lactic acid fermentation. In this process, glucose is broken down when there's no oxygen. This produces lactic acid and also releases some energy that the cells can use. In simple words, we can say, glucose is broken down to form lactic acid and release energy. It's that simple. The energy released is relatively small compared to when oxygen is used, but it's enough to keep our muscles working when oxygen is low. So, the anaerobic respiration in humans. This mainly happens in our muscle cells during really intense exercise, like sprinting or lifting heavy weights. When we do such activity, our muscles need energy very quickly to keep contracting. But the oxygen delivered by our lungs and heart can't keep up with this high demand. That means there's not enough oxygen for aerobic respiration to produce energy fast enough. So, the muscles switch to anaerobic respiration. In this process, some glucose is broken down without oxygen, giving a quick but limited supply of energy to keep the muscles working. The byproduct of this process is lactic acid, which builds up in the muscles. This causes the pH of the muscle tissue to drop, leading to muscle fatigue and sometimes cramps. Because the glucose isn't fully broken down, the total energy released is less than in aerobic respiration. After exercise, the lactic acid is transported to the liver, where it's broken down using oxygen. The extra oxygen needed for this is called the oxygen debt. Now, let's see how we write the word equation for anaerobic respiration in humans or animals, which is also called lactic acid fermentation. Basically, in this process, glucose is broken down without oxygen to produce lactic acid. So, the word equation is simply, glucose turns to lactic acid directly in the absence of oxygen. This tells us that the cells get a quick supply of energy when oxygen isn't available, even though it's less than what they would get from normal aerobic respiration.